Getting your PMP certification, it can feel like a massive project all on its own, right? But what if you had a clear, super straightforward roadmap? Well, that's exactly what we've got for you. We are going to break down the entire journey to PMP success step by step.
All right, so you're thinking about earning your PMP. You've probably heard the buzz, right? How it can be a total game changer for your career. And now you're wondering, is this the right move for me? Look, it's a huge goal, and honestly, it's a fantastic one to have. And, there's a really good reason for all that hype. The PMP, it's not just some piece of paper. It's a global standard. It basically shouts to the world that you know your stuff, you can lead projects, and you are absolutely at the top of your game.
But let's be real for a second. Figuring out where to even begin, that can feel, pretty overwhelming. It's a project in itself. But here's the good news. We've done the hard work for you. We've broken it all down. So just think of this as your personal guide, your roadmap, taking you from the starting line all the way to the finish.
Okay, Section 1, your PMP quest begins. So let's start at square one. Before we dive into study plans and exam tricks, let's get clear on what the PMP actually is. What does it really stand for?
So here's the thing, you've got to get right from the start. The PMP is not about memorizing a textbook cover to cover. It's designed by the PMI, that's the Project Management Institute, to test if you can actually apply what you know in the real world. And it all boils down to 3 key areas: people, process, and the business environment. All right, Section 2, deconstructing the PMP exam. To win any battle, you gotta know the battlefield, right? So let's pull back the curtain and really deconstruct this exam. Because trust me, knowing what you're up against, that is half the battle won. Okay, pay close attention here, because this slide is huge for your study plan. Just look at this breakdown. Process, that's 50%. People, 42%. If you do the math, that's a whopping 92% of your entire exam score coming from just those 2 areas. This isn't just a little hint, folks. This is a giant, flashing neon sign telling you exactly where you need to spend most of your time. And don't think this is just your standard A, B, C, or D test. Nope. The PMP exam is way more interactive than that. Yeah, you'll have your classic multiple choice questions, but you'll also get ones where you have to pick multiple right answers, or drag and drop things into order, or even click on a specific spot on a chart. It's all designed to see how you actually think, not just what you've memorized. And here are the nitty-gritty details. You're looking at 180 questions in 230 minutes. And listen up on this one. You get 2 10-minute breaks. Do not be a hero and skip them. Seriously, use every second. They are absolutely critical for hitting the reset button and staying sharp. Okay, Section 3, the 12-week study plan. Now we're getting to the heart of it all, your prep work. A solid plan is what turns this giant, overwhelming goal into something you can actually tackle 1 week at a time. So let's walk through a proven 12-week game plan. Think of this timeline as your blueprint for success. Look how it's laid out. You start with the basics, the foundations. Then you knock out the domains one by one, giving extra love to that huge process section. And that final month, weeks 9 through 12, that is crunch time. It's all about mock exams, figuring out where you went wrong, and shoring up any weak spots. Now, to make that plan happen, you're gonna need the right tools in your toolkit. A good prep book that's full of scenarios, not just facts, is key. An Agile practice guide is a must. And this next one, this is a biggie. It's non-negotiable. You have to complete 35 hours of certified training just to be eligible to apply. And finally, do not skimp on high-quality mock exam simulators. They are so, so important. Section 4, mastering your exam strategy. Okay, so having all the right books and tools is one thing, but knowing how to actually use them, that's a whole different ballgame. This section right here is crucial. We're shifting from what you know to how you need to think. Because trust me, the PMP demands a very, very specific mindset. If you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. Seriously, stop trying to just memorize lists of inputs and outputs. It's a waste of time. Instead, you need to focus on understanding the why behind everything. The exam is going to throw a situation at you and ask, okay, you're the PM, what do you do next? Or what's the absolute best thing to do right now? It's all about application. Oh, and check this out. Here's a number that should definitely get your attention. About half
Yeah, a full 50% of the questions on this exam are going to be about agile or hybrid approaches. So if your background is all traditional waterfall-style project management, you've got some homework to do. Mastering these concepts isn't just a good idea, it is absolutely essential to pass. So when you're in the exam and you hit one of those tricky situational questions and you're just stuck, come back to this mantra. Just repeat this in your head. The PMI way of thinking is all about being a servant leader, focusing on value delivery, and always putting stakeholders first. That mindset, it's your compass. It'll point you to the right answer almost every time. Okay, exam day. Your strategy is everything. You've got to pace yourself. A good rule of thumb is about 75 minutes for every 60 questions. I said it before and I'll say it again. Use your breaks, recharge. And if a question completely stumps you, don't burn the clock. Mark it, move on, and come back later. And above all, trust your prep. You've put in the work. Don't second guess yourself. Section 5, Life After Passing PMP. So you did it. You put in the hours, you crushed the exam. What happens now? Let's talk about the final bits of admin, and more importantly, all the awesome benefits that are coming your way. First up, let's talk money. You can see right here there's a pretty big price difference for PMI members. Quick tip, a lot of the time it's actually cheaper to buy a one-year membership and pay the member exam fee than it is to just pay the non-member fee. It's some simple math, but definitely worth doing before you pay. The second you see that beautiful word pass pop up on the screen, your work isn't quite over. First thing you do, go update that resume and your LinkedIn profile. Then start using your new skills on the job right away. And just remember to keep that PMP status, you'll need to earn 60 PDUs, that's professional development units, every 3 years. It's how you stay sharp and current. So there you have it. The path is laid out. The steps are crystal clear. You now have the complete roadmap to earning one of the most respected credentials in your industry. Really, there's only one question left, and it's one only you can answer. When are you going to start? So you want to pass the PMP exam on your first try, right? It's a huge career goal. But let's be honest, that exam is notoriously tough. So how do you actually do it? In this explainer, we're going to look under the hood of one specific prep course, ShriLearning, to see exactly how they tackle this challenge. And if you're here, I'm going to go out on a limb and say the answer is a big yes. I mean, that first attempt pass is the ultimate prize, isn't it? It saves you a ton of time, money, and let's face it, a whole lot of stress. But the real question is, how do you make that a reality? All right, so here's our game plan for today. First up, we'll talk about the challenge itself. Then we'll dive into a proven path to success, check out the toolkit you get, and talk about the human support system behind it all. And we'll wrap things up by looking at a pretty bold guarantee. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. The PMP certification is a massive milestone, and that exam is designed to be tough. It's a serious test of what you know and what you've done. The sheer amount of information can feel, well, completely overwhelming, which is exactly why so many people struggle to pass it on the first go. So knowing that, how do you cut through all the noise and create a clear path to the finish line? This is where we get into ShriLearning's whole approach. They've really boiled the process down into a repeatable system that all starts with a very simple idea. And this is the core of it right here. It's not just about dumping a mountain of books and videos on you and wishing you good luck. The whole approach is built around a simple 3-step formula. And formula is the key word there. It's a deliberate process that's designed to get a very specific result. So, what's in this formula? Well, it's actually pretty straightforward. Step 1, you attend the live online training to really build that strong foundation. Step 2, you follow a study plan that's made just for you, customized to your exam date. And step 3, and this is a big one, you hammer those mock exams until you are consistently, and I mean consistently, scoring above 70%. That's your green light. And what happens when you follow that formula? Well, the numbers kind of speak for themselves. A 98.5% first attempt success rate. That number isn't just a statistic, it's the direct result of the system. It shows that the simple process of train, plan, and practice is incredibly effective at getting people across that finish line. Okay, a formula is one thing, but you need the right tools in your belt to actually make it work, right? So let's open up the toolbox and see what's inside. What are the actual resources that power this whole system? So the foundation starts right here. You get live instructor-led training, and here's the cool part, it's flexible. You can download the recordings and you can even pop into future classes if you need a refresher.
You get all the study materials, and critically, you get that 35 contact hour certificate, which, as you know, is the official ticket you need from PMI just to apply for the exam. But the real linchpin here is that customized study plan that ties it all together for you. Next, we get to the practice tools, and wow, they really don't mess around here. We're talking over 4,000 mock questions with detailed answers and more than 10 full-length simulations to get you used to the pace and pressure of the real deal. Then you add in weekly mock tests, a cheat sheet for that last-minute revision, and even video explanations for the really tricky questions. It's a whole system designed to make sure there are no surprises on exam day.
But let's be real, all the practice questions in the world won't help if you hit a wall and have no one to ask for help. This is where we move from the tools to the people and look at the support system that's built to make sure you never feel like you're studying alone.
And this is where their support system is pretty clever. It's not just one thing, it's layered. It starts with the daily WhatsApp group for those quick questions and assignments. Then, you step it up with a weekly live Q&A session to clear up any bigger doubts directly with the instructor, Mr. Shriram. And as you get super close to your exam, it gets even more personal with one-to-one attention. They'll even help you with your PMP application review. It really is support from the very beginning all the way until you pass. All right, so we've got the system, the tools, and the people. This brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. How confident are they in this entire process? This is where they put their money where their mouth is. And there it is. Simple, direct, a 100% money-back guarantee. It's a bold claim, and it totally removes the financial risk for you, the student. But here's the thing to really get about this. The guarantee isn't just about getting a refund. It's a huge statement of confidence. It's them saying, we believe in our formula, our tools, and our support so much that we are willing to bet on your success. And that confidence, well, that becomes your assurance. So there you have it. We've walked through the formula, the toolkit, the human support, and the big guarantee. All of it designed for one thing, helping you pass the PMP on your very first shot. So the only question left is the one for you. Is this the structured path you've been looking for?